Well, in Uganda, people with albinism face a double-edged sword. Discriminated against and targeted for ritual sacrifices, they're one of the most marginalized groups in the country. They live in fear and stigma, but some have managed to overcome. Francis Tumwekwasize finds out how albinos in Uganda are helping each other cope.
13-year-old Twachizito and 10-year-old Ibla Mutebi are brothers living with albinism. They have 4 siblings who are not albinos. Born to Annette Agesa in Busigiri village from central Uganda in Wakiso district, Chizito and Mutebi are the only ones who inherited the condition. Due to their physical differences, they face peculiar challenges.
As me and my brother and the albino people.
Me and my brother, like other albinos, it's very difficult to see things slightly far from us. We find problems, say, reading words written on the blackboard. That's why we are allowed to sit in front of the classroom.
Not sing properly, so that they put us in front.
Just like the rest of sub-Saharan Africa, Uganda's albinos and people living with albinism face worse problems than medical implications and social discrimination. The biggest are attitude problems, usually attached to superstitious beliefs surrounding albinism.
Africa in general, they feel that when you meet an albino, it's a curse. And again, they contradict themselves that when you get a body part of an albino, you get riches.
Albinos live a worried existence. Despite fortune seekers make them a target, hunted like animals, murdered, dismembered, and their body parts are sold to witch doctors. Negesa says that she lives in constant fear for her sons' lives. Every time they leave home, I get worried because at any time they can be abducted. I always warn them not to walk alone. When they are going and coming back from school, they must be with their sister. That's why I decided to take them to the nearest school. While at school, Twa and Ibla are closely monitored by their teachers and are always in the company of their young sister, Namutebi Saula. Twa and Ibla are not the only one in such situation. There are over 25,000 registered albinos in Uganda. In a bid to fight stigma, discrimination, and fear among albinos, the Uganda Albinos Association organizes periodic social events.
Some people think that
members empower each other through sharing their experiences, testimonies, and taking guidance from their seniors. Twa and Ibla always participate in these albino community events. I've come with my brother. He's just there. And recently he was kidnapped by unknown people who injected him with some stuff that made him become unconscious. We don't know what they did on him before they released him. There are times when I meet someone and he or she spits at me.
How did I do such a thing? I've got everything on me. Yeah. So come on, you guys be who you are.
While empowering the public to let go of lingering societal attitudes, they explain that violent people are profiting from false beliefs. They want the public to understand that the myths are untrue and albinism is a hereditary condition. Francis Tumwekwasize for VOA, Kampala, Uganda.